Good morning, Panther Nation. Pantherologists, welcome back to yet another live stream. Yeah, we're starting early this morning. It's a Friday. Happy Friday. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Appreciate everyone joining. If you're just tuning in, make sure you pound that like button as you're coming in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Feel free to get in the comment section, guys. If you're just joining in, feel free to get in the comment section. We are starting early today. I really wanted to start early because it's Friday, so I want to be able to get some content out to you today, but I want to be able to enjoy the rest of the day. I also have some other work that I need to get done anyways with my current job, so I figured this would be the best time for me to hop on. So, appreciate everyone joining. Yeah. As you can see, we're going to talk about some Carolina Panthers news, some Panthers. We're going to do a full recap of the Panthers training camp, and then we're going to go into the Panthers Jets preseason preview. All right. All right. Let's get right into it. First off, we are not there yet. All right. So we're getting right into the latest news of the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, basically things that are just the latest things that are happening. There's some intriguing stories, in my opinion, going on with the Carolina Panthers. We got washed out of the second joint practice, unfortunately, which brings to an end of a notable, impressive training camp, I think, so far for the Carolina Panthers. Now, the inaugural Camp Confidential finally came out. I don't know if anybody saw the first episode or not, but that was pretty freaking sick. I loved every minute of it. It really showed the team's professionalism, collective mindset, the camaraderie of the team, the guidance of Frank Wright. I think I might have found my two new favorite coaches in Sean Jefferson and Deuce Staley. So those guys are just getting this team put together. Then you got this, we had the final preparations coming, getting ready for the New York Jets. So there have been several stories that have been sparking some discussions with this team, right? Some debates, right? Really, one is Shi Smith's uncertainty path with us, right? There's not really much. Unfortunately, this offseason, the wide receiver core and for Shi Smith, unfortunately, our depth is deep in this position. Okay, so players like Shi are going to face some uncertainty when regarding their future with this team. Okay, now he was a former 6th-round pick. If you don't know, okay, now he has shown some promise during camp so far, I will say. But he has to solidify his position through an impressive preseason performance, okay? Now, the departure of DJ Moore and then the acquisition of getting Adam Thielen, okay, have really reshaped this whole receiver lineup, okay? And Smith's preseason performance could play a pivotal role in how this Panthers offense gets boosted. All right. But he's going to have a strong preseason to actually do so. Okay. So it is what it is. That's how things work. That's how things are. And when you rebuild a team like this, this is where we're at. All right, let's get into the next topic here. Von Bell's impact, okay? Von Bell's impact. NFL the kids in here. What's up, man? Now, the Von Bell's impact is another storyline that I really want to talk about here. Von Bell's influence with the Carolina Panthers is something you can't really miss, okay? It's hard to miss his impact, okay? The addition of this man has quickly established himself as one of the leaders on and off the field on this team, okay? He has a very strong presence in the secondary alongside Xavier Woods. He positions himself as a reliable anchor for our defense, okay? Now, Cynthia Freeland, an analyst expert from NFL.com, actually came out and projected that Bell will lead the league in interceptions with 6 this coming season. So the point that she's getting at is, and the reason why she said that is because the defensive concepts and the coordination, as well as the potential for the increased pressure from the front, right, has factors to contributing to Bell's anticipated success here on this team. NFL The Kid, how did your live stream go for the past 2.5 hours? Hope it went well. All right. So that's my take. I mean, that's the news that's coming around right now with Von Bell. All right. Last but not least, well, no, there's more to the news that's going on. So JC Horn has come out with some expectations for this Carolina Panthers defense. And after initially concerns, the initial concerns for me for the Panthers secondary is that this unit has showed some promise. Has had some great progress during training camp, right? But the coaching staff's impact is evident in improved performances from players like Keith Taylor, CJ Henderson. We're going to get more into this. A lot of these guys that we're already talking about, Shai, JC, Vaughn. We're going to get into more of this here when we go through the whole recap of training camp. All right. But nevertheless, the success of this secondary, I think, largely hinges on more on JC Horn, okay? Being a first-round pick, which means that you have to lead the group to greatness now, okay? So aspiring for them to be the best in the league, I feel that Horn has come out and says that his ambition centers on limiting big plays and creating game-changing moments to earn the respect of his other opponents. So, with that being said, I expect some big things from this secondary. I expect these guys to stay healthy. I expect JC Horn to lead the way, and I hope that's what happens. All right, Bryce Young's rising star. Other news, okay? Now, Bryce Young, top overall pick, has already generated significant impact here. The anticipation of him playing in his first NFL game has already begun since he got drafted. There has been some challenges so far. The young man has gone through, OTAs, rookie minicamp, training camp now. He's been impressive throughout training camp. Now, Damian Woody, a former NFL player, actually, who's now an analyst, predicts that Bryce Young has a bright future, okay? He thinks that Damian Woody thinks that Young's intelligence and adaptability is going to have a successful NFL career and in his rookie year. Now, Young's going to debut against the New York Jets, which I'll be closely observing that. And I'll definitely offer some glimpse of his potential impact once it's done. So appreciate everyone who's already in here. Appreciate everyone that's joined the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button if you're just getting in here. If you're new to the channel, my name's Clay. I am a Carolina Panthers content creator and a NFL content creator. I do more of my NFL content on TikTok, but I still do Carolina Panthers stuff on there as well. So I appreciate everyone joining. We're going to get right into the next topic. All right. So let's do a full training camp recap. Okay, we're going to go through each and every. And what we're going to do when we're going through this whole full training camp, guys, okay? I'm going to give you insights on every Panthers position group, okay? With the conclusion of the fact that we're out of training camp, all right? Tomorrow we start preseason. We have our first preseason game, okay? So I'm just going to reflect on the training experience, share my observations, right? They had their joint practice with the Jets. Unfortunately, it got, or not, or Thursday got canceled. Sorry, Wednesday they had the joint practice. And then of course the last day of technically training camp and the joint practice with the Jets was canceled due to the weather. But I just want to give you some aspects or basically a full recap of the training camp. Okay, so let's go into the first position group, and that's the quarterbacks. Okay, Bryce Young shines, right? That's basically what happened. Okay, Bryce Young shines. Okay, he was poised throughout training camp, which that stood out to me the most with him. He had a slight tip in performance during a couple practices or so, but for the most part, he was impressive in my opinion. All right. His performance against the Jets showcased his potential, right? He went 14 of 22, okay? Displaying accuracy, smart decision making. So I feel that his confidence, his abilities is definitely solidified here. All right. He has the potential to be, I think, extraordinary. The question mark though remains, when will we or anybody else or even himself realize that potential? All right. When will anybody else realize the potential here? Okay. That's the question. Guys, if you're just in here, make sure you share the live. That also helps out. But make it you pounding the like button just goes a long way. All right. Next position group. Let's get right into it. Running backs, depth in abundance. Okay. Now, Miles Sanders has lived up to, I think, the expectations, particularly in the passing game from what I've seen in training camp so far. Now, an area that Chuba Hubbard continues to, this is an area that Chuba Hubbard needs to continue to develop in. Now, I feel that both Hubbard and Raheem have demonstrated their ability to exploit openings. Okay. I feel that the running back group offers depth. Granted that Deuce Staley has multiple options, I think it's worth noting that Blackshear's impact extends beyond special teams. So when it comes to that running back group, make sure you look out for Blackshear. All right. I feel that Blackshear is going to have a major impact on this, and when it comes to the passing game more than Chuba Hubbard. All right, let's move on to the next one. So, next position group. Guys, if you're just joining, make sure you pound the like button. We're recapping the training camp. I've already went through the news and updates of the Carolina Panthers, but now we're doing a full recap of the Panthers training camp. Like, we're going through position groups through the whole training camp. Okay. Then we got, wide receivers, okay, a cohesive group. All right. I anticipate that this wide receiver core displays different qualities across the board, right? They all have their own unique qualities when it comes to distributing the ball evenly among these players. They all have different styles of play. All right. Now, DJ Chark seems promising. The performances of, I would say, Marshall and Mingo, I felt were pretty commendable, right? And then I would say Adam Thielen's consistent presence just adds stability to this group. So that's what I'm saying. They all have their strengths and weaknesses when it comes to this team. But I feel like when it comes to this wide receiver core, each and every one has a little something. Right now, in my opinion, I think DJ Chark's our number one. I've seen depth charts where they have Thielen 1 and then Chark 2. And then they got Mingo or Marshall at 3. So I've seen different depth charts. But I'm definitely going to do a 53-man roster prediction here soon. Maybe I'll do that tonight so we can do a little bit diver deep. All right, let's go into the next one. Tight ends, okay? Now, very diverse skill set group. Another one, okay? Trimble, Ian Thomas, and potentially another tight end might receive passing game opportunities. But I feel that Hayden Hurst's central role in this offense is just evident. He's the starter. He's the day one guy, right? His swift separation, though, after breaks, establishes how a quick safety valve for the rookie for Bryce Young, right? I think Hurst appears poised for a big breakout year. I really do. And Frank Wright's already come out and said that we're going to be using our tight ends a lot more. I mean, we're going to see a lot more usage of the tight end position, which we haven't seen in a very, very long time, in my opinion, right? I don't remember the last time I've seen us as a team really use tight ends, maybe since the Greg Olson days. What's up, Marcos Cash? Appreciate you joining. So, yeah, I have, like I was saying, I haven't heard a coach say that we're actually going to use them. Or, I mean, maybe Matt Rule might have said it, but there was not a time that I saw that we ever used our actually seen the ball go into the hands of a tight end in a very, very long time. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, offensive line. Cade Mays needs to step up, okay? He hasn't looked at. All right, before I have to say what I have to say, let me just say this: Austin Corbett's return from the ACL injury that he has there's no really timeline right now. All right, we don't really know, okay? But leaving Mays to seize this, I guess you could say, interim right guard position, right? I feel like Mays is a high IQ player. He has shown some significant growth since his rookie season, but in that joint practice against the Jets, he did not look very well. So I'm going to need him to get it together. Okay. I'm going to need him to get it together. If we're going to be a top 10 unit, I need to get him to get it together. Because I can't see what we had with the holding calls, the false starts. I can't have that. Okay. Those are drive killers. All right. And he got blown through a couple times. I can't have that. So I need Mays. To step it up. Okay. Because what I saw at joint practice against the Jets is not good. And I know maybe Panthers fans, well, it's just it's joint practice. It's just joint practice, one thing. But you shouldn't be having false starts at joint practice. You shouldn't be getting blown through at joint practice. You shouldn't be holding on joint practice. Maybe I'm being a little harsh, but I felt like this guy was going to be a breakout person, and he didn't show it to me when in this joint practice, which is where you want to really try to shine. But we'll see what he does throughout preseason. We'll see what he does throughout preseason. I'm not going to bash him too hard, but we'll see what he does throughout preseason. All right, let's move on. Let's get into the defensive side of things. All right, defensive line, top heavy formation. What does that mean? Well, the projected starters, right, are going to be Derek Brown, Shai Total, Marquand McCall. They're all representing our strong defensive line as a trio, as the team transitions into this new scheme, as we all know. Now, however, this transition has exposed a little bit of depth issues for me, particularly in the interior. I think Scott Fitterer may need to explore options to address this before September comes around. All right. So that's all I'm going to say about the defensive line. Now we go into the linebacker core. And this is I couldn't find any good pictures of Camus Grugier-Hill, so this was the best one I could find. By the way, this guy should be, if there was an award for training camp MVP, this guy should have it. This guy was a baller throughout training camp. He was consistent, standout performance. I think it's secured him as a notable role here already. All right. His growth has already surpassed initial expectations from me. I think it's making him a defensive asset beyond special teams. So I'm looking forward to see what else he can bring to the table. Kobe Jones and undrafted free agent Aku Leota have showcased their potential for a roster spot. I think this level of depth is unparalleled from the recent years because we haven't had. I don't remember the last time we had a really good linebacker core since the Kuechly, Thompson, and Davis days. So get Gooders in here. I don't know if that's English. Gooder. I don't know if that's English or not. Get Gooder. I'm just kidding. I'm just picking at you. Can't wait to watch Bryce Young's debut. Yep. We're going to talk about more about that here shortly. All right. All right, let's move on to the next group. We're going through. So, guys, if you're just joining, do me a favor, just pound the like button. But if you're just joining in, we're recapping all of training camp. And what I'm doing is I am going through each and every group of our I'm going through each and every position group. You're super underrated. Well, I appreciate that, good gooder. I appreciate that. I try to do the best I can. I try to bring out as much content to y'all as much as I can. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. All I ask, though, guys, just show your support. Pound the like button. If you want to share the live, it also helps. Subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to get in the comment section. You can also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. And also check out the Bet USA. The link's down below. Also, check out the Discord. The link to the Discord's down below. Actually, you know what? I will share that real quick. I have a Discord for the channel, and everybody can join it. It's for free. It doesn't cost anything. It's a good way to connect with me. Here you go. Check it out. All right, let's get into this quarterback room. Okay, so after training camp, yes, cornerbacks lingering uncertainty. That's what I put there. Lingering uncertainty. All right, so the reason why I put lingering uncertainty is because CJ Henderson, Keith Taylor have displayed flashes of brilliance during our training camp. They've looked great. They've had some decent stuff. So the true test lies in translating the performance to the preseason game. Okay. So adding another cornerback to the mix could potentially obviously help this position group. I don't see that happening. And, there's not much else I really have to say about this group except that for me, the only uncertainty is this for me really is not really adding someone else. It's not really CJ Henderson and Keith Taylor continue displaying these flashes that they had in training camp. It's more or less of them. It's more or less of JC Horns taking the reins, leading this group, and then it's also more of them, him and Dante Jackson staying healthy. That's what I need to see. Right. Let's run through this. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. Great way to spend this afternoon. Thank you. You're welcome. Appreciate it. This was the best time I could go live today, guys. So that's why I came early. Started early. All right. So let's go through the next position group. Let's go to safeties. All right. Von Bell's underrated impact. Okay. Here's the reason why I feel like he's underrated and his impact is going to have a significant one here. Okay. He's beyond statistics. Okay. So his contributions has nothing to do with a statistic standpoint. He's going to have great statistics. in my opinion. He's going to have a great year. But the thing that makes him such an impact player for us is that his communication, his experience, his confidence, the swagger that he brings to the table is what his contributions is it is. On and off the field, that's what he brings, okay? Now, pair him up with Xavier Woods. The secondary's back end gained some stability. I feel that reducing the likelihood of explosive plays against us. And then another thing that Bell's presence is going to do that's underrated, but I think I feel that Bell's presence is the most underrated but significant move that we made this offseason for the Panthers. Now, I know Jeremy Chin's good. I'm not taking anything away from him, okay? Jeremy Chin's going to have his impact too, okay? So I know no one's really talking about him because honestly, I'm not worried about him. Okay. He's so versatile that he's going to be all over the field. Okay. He's going to be everywhere. All right. He's going to be a linebacker, nickel, safety. He's going to be all over the place making plays. So I'm not too worried about him. But I feel that to conclude all of this, though, their time in Spartanburg was great. They get to head back now to Charlotte. I hope these insights that I gave, providing some glimpse into the development, the progression that we've witnessed across, through these different position groups throughout training camp, really has set the stage for you guys. It's a very intriguing season ahead for us. I'm really looking forward to it. So let me get in the chat here, and then we'll get to the next topic. Well, I'll go ahead and share the screen. Stroud looked like a dumpster juice last night. Yeah, but I'll give him this. I will say this about Stroud last night. His offensive line is absolutely ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. And honestly, if the Texans want to win now, I don't start Davis Mills. I don't start Stroud. I start Case Keenum. I know that sounds crazy, but Case Keenum's the best quarterback on that roster right now if you're trying to win. Okay? If you're trying to win right now as the Texans, you have to use Case Keenum. I'm not saying they're going to win a lot of games. I'm just saying if you want to win more than you did last year, that's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. I think that Case Keenum needs to start. It just doesn't look good for Stroud. It just doesn't. Like the comment, though, Marcos Cash. Appreciate that. Did you see Von Bell say Bryce looks like a young Joe Burrow? Yeah, I've even heard that he's got some talents of Mr. Rogers over here. We've even heard he's had some Drew Brees in him. He's got a lot of Bryce Young's been compared to a lot of guys, but let Bryce Young just be Bryce Young at the end of the day. Let him have his own name. That's what I want. I was pounding the table for Stroud. He dodged a bullet on that one. Yeah, I mean, I want Stroud to do good, man. I don't have anything against any of the quarterbacks that were drafted that we didn't pick or whatever. I figured I wanted AR-15. I did. I really wanted Richardson, but it is what it is at the end of the day. We'll see what I'm looking forward to what Bryce Young brings to the table. I'm very high on Bryce Young now. I'm all about Bryce Young. Bryce Young's my quarterback, and that's the way he's going to stay. I am not. So, that's what it is. So, guys, if you're just joining in, you just missed. We already did some news recap. We already done the full training camp recap by position. I was just going through the chat there for a minute. Feel free to get in the chat. If you want to, talk about something else. We're going to get into the preview week 1 of the preseason for the Carolina Panthers, which is why I have this up on the board. I'm excited to see Jordan Love too. Yeah, I'd like to see what he brings to the table. He's very unknown. For Jordan Love, there's a lot of unknowns. We haven't seen enough of him to see how good he actually can be. So we'll see. I hope he does well. I do look forward to seeing what he can bring to the table and and see if maybe he learned anything from Rodgers over the years. All right. So last but not least, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the Panthers spread. Top picks and odds. All right. So I mean, we all know Rod. I know I put Rodgers on here as like the background and on this slide or whatever, but he's not even going to be touching the field. All right, for the Jets. Okay, but he will be on. But the spotlight's going to be on Zach Wilson. Okay, he's going to be taking the charge as the quarterback. So far, Wilson's performance this summer has been, I'd say, up and down, like 50-50, right? He had a 57-yard bomb against the Browns. If y'all watched the Hall of Fame game. So the pass catching team remains to be seen for the Jets. All right, that kind of aspect of their team, but I expect rookie Israel Abanikanda. I can't pronounce his name correctly, but to make a significant contribution in this game. He had a 27-yard gain and a touchdown in the previous game. Now then on the other side, let's talk about us, right? Bryce Young's is set to make his NFL debut. While it's a preseason game, the challenges won't be too trivial for him, I don't think. I feel that the Panthers, we've made some significant changes, right? Offensively, defensively, right? We got rid of DJ Moore, bringing in Miles Sanders, Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, all these different guys, right? Now, it's unlikely we're going to see Sanders or Thielen will be in action. I don't expect them to. I think we're taking a cautious approach just like everybody else is. I will say that given that the Jets are entering into their second game of the preseason, they might have like a little bit of an edge over us at this stage. I feel that the Jets defense has been reboosted. They're deep, which could possess some difficulties for Young and us. Consistently, my strategy though, when it comes to betting, all right, this is where I'm getting at with this now a little bit. I got a little, we're sponsored by Bet. I'm sponsored by over that way. Sponsored by BetUSA.com. All right. Check the link down in the description. Sign up for free today. Yes, make sure you pound that like button like it owes you money. Yeah, everyone like the stream. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But we're sponsored by BetUSA. The link is down in the description. Sign up for free today. You get they'll match up to 125% on your first bet. And if you use promo code Pantherology, they will add on to that as well. But no, consistently, my strategy is when it comes to these preseason games, when it comes to betting, I'm favoring, unfortunately, y'all are going to be pissed at me, but I'm favoring the Jets at plus 3.5 for the spread. Okay. This is preseason. It doesn't matter. Okay. But if you want to win some money, I'm giving you my insight on things. Okay. And I'm a little bit of a betting degenerate and I've made some money. Not a lot of money, but I've also lost a lot of money, but not to a significant point. Not like Phil Mickelson, okay? I don't know if any of y'all are golfer fans, but and know what's going on with Phil Mickelson, but I'm not like that, okay? Now, as we navigate though through this whole intriguing matchup, which we just did, it's crucial to consider the dynamics on the field of this game, okay? The potential impact of the key players, okay? The Jets' advantage, combined with their solid defense, might tip the scales in their favor and making them a promising bet with the spread. That's all I'm saying. That's the only reason why I'm saying it. Okay. Now, if this is a regular season game, totally different. Okay. We're going to have a whole different conversation. We would be not even having this conversation right now. Okay. We'd be going through preview. I'd be diving deep into the Jets team, diving deep in our own team, giving you a great preview and prediction for the game. But this is preseason, okay? So it's not like I've got to go nuts, right? So I appreciate everyone joining the live stream today. I'm not done. I'm going to leave the floor open to you guys. All right, to get in the chat. Feel free to shoot me any questions or concerns, or maybe some questions and answers. Basically, open to a nice little Q&A. Open to a nice little Q&A. Basically, you just ask me a question in the chat. I answer it. I am going to do a giveaway soon. I'm going to do an NFL shop giveaway for $150. That way, if I do $150, that way you could buy a jersey. So basically, it's a jersey giveaway. And I will work out the details on how that can happen and how that we can make that work for you guys. I'm going to make sure that y'all get a nice little giveaway. This may not mean much to Panthers fans, but in order to also have success, we have to speak life in our team, regardless who we play. We never speak death, so speak just something that was on my mind. Against all odds, I totally understand that. I don't disagree with it. So, which was he saying is we cannot be so hard and negative on our team. We need to be able to be realistic, but also be positive and facts. All right. So, but I get it. I do. I understand. I like the comment. I appreciate you showing your support. All right. That was kind of deep, though, man. Kind of touched my heart a little bit. Not gonna lie. All right. You gonna go to any home games this year? Yes, Marcos Cash. I will be heading to Charlotte for the Monday Night Football game against the Saints. I told myself if I'm going to any game this year, I am going to. I was like, I'm going to that game. Guys, if you're just joining, make sure you pound the like button. We've already gone over the news, gone over all the position groups when it came to the training camps, so breaking down the full training camp, and then my preview and prediction for this game. Now I'm just opening up the floor to you guys to kind of just give you a nice little Q&A with me, to interact with me personally. Also, if you want to interact with me personally as well, another way you can do so is join the Discord. Okay, this is the Discord to the channel. It's free. You don't have to pay for anything. Just sign up. Come and hang out, and you can just shoot the shit with me. It's a good way to just text with me. All right. I'll be there too, coming from Charleston, South Carolina. Nice, man. I live in Myrtle Beach. I go to Charleston all the time. I go to Charleston all the time. How big of a concern is our offensive line? To me, the only concern I have right now is really, from what I've seen from training camp and everything and the things I've been reading upon, is right now just the right guard position. Icky looks good. I haven't heard anything bad about Brady at the left guard position. I really haven't heard any bad things. Really haven't heard any bad things about besides the fact of Cade Mays is going to have to step up. Cade Mays did not look good, man. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. He did not look good. He just didn't. He did not look good against the joint practice. Okay. False starts, holdings. Guy also blew by him. I don't remember who he's going up against. I can't remember his name. But anyways, he got destroyed off the line. All right, let's see what else we got. Did you know how many snaps? Frank Wright has come out and said something. I was on Twitter earlier. He said something about, let's see if I can find it. He said something about he didn't really give an exact number. All right, so let me get at that. He didn't give an exact number. There's not an exact number that he actually gave. He came out and said that he's going to get some significant playing time. He just didn't say how much. If I'm expecting it, and from what I've seen, he's probably going to get a drive, which means probably just the first quarter. Depending on how the game's going. So the last thing I want, though, is Bryce Young to be out there. Our rookie starting quarterback, all right, number one. and especially if they're not starting, especially if they're not starting our number one offensive line, right? Like our first team offensive line. Okay. If they're not starting the first team offensive line, I'm not putting Bryce Young out there. I'm just not. Like, I would not feel okay doing that. Does that make sense? Like, you understand why? Like, he could get, I'd be rather be safe than sorry, but I think Frank Wright knows that, and I'm hoping our coaching staff knows that. And they're obviously, I feel like they're smart enough to know that. So I think that our first team reps will be out there. Maybe not the wide receivers, but at least the offensive line and Bryce will be. But I would say at least the first quarter. Maybe not. Maybe he'll do what. Maybe they'll only give him like 4 plays, like they did, or like two, 3 and outs, or 4 and outs, or unless they score or whatever. Maybe like what they did, like the Texans did with CJ Stroud. But we'll see. I think it all depends on how things are going. Let's see. Thanks, man. The more we speak negative, the put that bad energy, the atmosphere was, yeah. I'm not speaking negative. For me, against all odds, I'm more of a fact speaker. I'm more of a realistic Carolina Panthers fan. I'm also I know that there has been times where I've been negative with this team, but there has been a lot of times where I've been absolutely positive with this team. I think you have to find the right balance, but you also need to be realistic because we also have a lot of people out there that are delusional. All right. So when you were a kid, what position did you play? I played corner. All right. I was a corner. I'm small. I'm 5'9". I played corner. I played slot wide receiver, and I even played a little bit of safety, but I was not a big time football player. I only played football. The only reason why I played on the football team is because my coach came up to me in high school and was just like, "Hey, man, you're fast," and I was fast. Okay. But I was just like, I was a different star in a different sport. I only did it because it made me stronger, faster. The drills did and stuff like that. Made me stronger, faster, and I had great hips. That's about it. My hips don't lie, all right? I'm like Shakira. My old man told me he heard the Bucks were trying to convince Brady to unretire. Have you heard anything about that? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But I haven't heard anything about that. I really haven't. I've been so focused on us and doing content for us and stuff like that, and reading and watching and for the Panthers and stuff. So, yeah, no, I haven't heard anything about that. But I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if you go listen. Now, I have watched the Bucks training camps. I've seen some highlights. I've been reading. Let me tell you something. It will be hell would freeze over, I think, before Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask becomes a decent starting NFL quarterback. again for Baker, but I just don't see it. Those two, and honestly, no one's winning that battle there right now in Tampa Bay. They're saying that 1 minute Baker will make a throw, but then the next minute Kyle Trask will step up and do the same thing. Next minute, Baker will make a bad throw. Kyle Trask will make a bad throw. They're just both on the same level. They're no different than each other. So the Bucks are basically FUCK'd. I feel like we need to sign a guy like Dalton Risner. I mean, I think I wouldn't be opposed to that. Okay. I'm surprised this guy hasn't got signed yet. Honestly, I'm surprised Risner hasn't got signed. I seriously am. I'm surprised Risner hasn't got signed. Why he hasn't got signed, I have no idea. I think there's a lot of stuff going on with the contracts in the NFL when it comes to not only halfbacks and not only and offensive linemen. It seems like this year it's about the running backs and the offensive linemen not getting paid compared to other position groups. So, and the quarterback, obviously we saw a little bit with Lamar Jackson there for a little bit, but overall, yeah, I wouldn't be mad about it. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. And the problem is that I don't see it happening due to the fact that we're trying to work out a contract right now um, with Burns, but I think there's like a hold on that on his contract due to the fact of that Bosa hasn't gotten signed yet. And I think that's a problem. I think that unfortunately we're waiting out for Bosa to get signed, and I think that's going to screw us in the long run. I really do. I think that we need to get this guy signed because we're not even going to be able to sign Brian Burns anywhere near they're going to sign Bosa. Bosa's going to have like a $124 million contract. But when it comes to Burns, and no offense, Burns hasn't had a year like Bosa yet. Okay. I predict that this will be his year, though, to have a Bosa year. And I think that if I'm the Panthers, you sign him now for like an $88 million contract or $84 million. Because when I looked at the cap and I was looking at everything else, the 88 to 84 million seems right in the right range and right around his range anyway. So from news sources that I know, I have people in Charlotte that I know that kind of give me some insights here and there that they can, but no, I mean, he needs to have I just need him to have a Bosa year, but he will get signed at some point. Just don't know when. Not you. I'm speaking on those who are just downright negative all the time. My comment goes out to them if they're watching. I've never really had any too many people come in and be negative. So, but I do understand who you're talking about and the people you're talking about. Who's our locker room reader and which one of our players have taken that role? I mean, offensively, I feel that Bryce is kind of taking that leadership role because he kind of has to, right? Because you have to be a leader at the end of the day when it comes to the offense. And the quarterback position, that's one of your biggest things that you have to be able to do. And I kind of feel like Bryce has done that, at least from what I've seen. And Bradley Bozeman even spoke upon that, and Icky has. So offensively, I would say Bryce. If it wasn't Bryce, it'd probably be Bozeman or Moten. Maybe even Icky might step up and do so. Defensively, it's Bell or Shaq, even Brian Burns, right? I don't know. I would say there's more than one leader in this locker room. I feel like I would say there's probably 2 or 3 guys on both sides of the ball, right? I feel that when it comes to leadership, everybody kind of leads their group, right? Like Von Bell is one of those guys who is very communicative when it comes to the secondary. He's making sure everybody's in right positions, right? Shaq, he's leading the linebackers, letting them know what this guy's doing, or watch this guy, or watch what the quarterback's doing. He's trying to call the plays out to those guys. Burns, he's just a leader. I mean, Justin Houston too, though. With his, I'm maybe more Justin Houston than Burns, just because Justin Houston has that veteran status. I know that he's just got here, but Houston also has that veteran and he has the experience. So him bringing that in is absolutely valuable, especially to our young guys to this defense. So I would say there's not really true one leader. If I did have to say there's true one leader, it might be Shaq, because we saw that last year when he was helping bring the team together once the whole Matt Rule thing went on. Which one of our players have taken on that role? Oh, yeah, kind of. All right, sorry, I went through that. My bad. All right, is it just me, or does anything running back the Panthers have does good? Is it just me, or does anything running back the Panthers have does good? Oh, I think I understand what you're saying. Okay, or what you were saying. I think our running backs have always been good. I think we'll all like running back. We've always had good running backs. I think Miles Sanders is very underrated. He was top 5 last year in touchdowns. He was top 5 last year in rushing yards. So, I feel that Miles Sanders is out to prove the reason, this year, to prove that he deserves to be considered one of the top running backs in the NFL. And I think he's going to really try to show that out this year because of the versatility that he brings. He can run the ball, he can pass. So I think he can catch the pass, but he's a pass catching back. So yeah, I mean, I feel that our running back room it's the depth is definitely there in the running back room. I mean, we've got a lot of depth, with Blackshear and Chuba. I feel that Blackshear is going to have a more role than Chuba will. I feel like Chuba is going to be our power back, maybe a third down guy or a goal line to get the ball, stuff it in there. But I've also heard Miles Sanders can be that guy that we can stuff it in there with. So, you know, that's I hope that answers your question. Any other questions, guys? I'm still on. I'm stay on for a little bit more. About to go to the gym here shortly, actually. Again, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. If you're just joining in, we are kind of doing just a nice little Q&A, which means you just get in the comments and ask questions to me. We've already gone over the Panthers news. We've already gone through the full training camp recap. We also went through the whole Panthers and Jets preseason preview. So this will be replayed, so you can always go back and watch it, and you can fast forward and move it whatever you want. So I do appreciate everyone joining today. All right, guys. Well, no worries. I appreciate everyone joining. Appreciate everyone joining the live stream today. What will the schedule? Will your schedule be for live streaming moving forward? Yes. Or this time? No. Honestly, the times have kind of varied. Sometimes I'm at 12. Sometimes my times have been at 12:30. Sometimes my times have been at 7, 5, 6. It kind of just varies, but I'm always live. And if you want to know when I'm live, go to the Discord, follow me on Twitter, follow me on TikTok. You could join the Discord. I notify y'all every time I'm live. I've also clicked the post notifications bell. So that bell that's in the top right corner, or should be down there, or no, where is it at? Should be right there where the subscribe button is. If you hit that bell, it will tell you when I'm live. So that's the best way to get notified. Okay. All right. So Twitter, the Discord, clicking that post notifications bell, TikTok, you will always be notified when I'm live. There's always way. Instagram, I even posted on my Instagram story. So I want to see Matt Corral play tomorrow. Well, he will. He will. He will. He'll play tomorrow. He'll get some playing time for sure. There's already been Frank Wright already made that clear. Like Mike Davis, Deontay Foreman were no ones, and they did really good in Carolina. Yeah, Mike Davis just had honestly, he had like the one good year with us, and then after that, he when we let him walk, he didn't do nothing after that. And then Deontay Foreman, he's probably trying to play out the starting role there in Chicago, but I think Khalil Herbert's going to take that over. This will be a good season for us fans. Let's keep our spirits high, keep pounding. Absolutely. I'm predicting 10-7 this year. That's my prediction. I'm sticking to it. I'm not going to fall away from it. I'll probably do another schedule prediction video, actually, or maybe a live stream for you guys, and really dive deep into each and every prediction. Maybe even do like the whole maybe I'll even do a PowerPoint presentation. NFL Sunday Tickets expensive as fuck. I gotta find a way to watch Panthers games, dude. I bought YouTube TV, and I bought the NFL Plus, and I bought Sunday Ticket. I'm not playing around this year. I'm not going through it. I get it. It's expensive, But I'm not going through that again this year. I'm not. I'm making sure I'm able to watch it at any time, at any place, wherever I'm at. I don't care if I'm at a wedding, a funeral, and if anybody who ever schedules a wedding or a funeral on a Sunday or even a Saturday, because I am also a college football fan, I'm going to write back a letter. Sorry, I can't make it. I'm just going to come up with some excuse. That's fucked up, I know, but now unless the funeral or like if it was like a wedding that's like somebody that's like in my mutual family, that's a different story. But I am going to let them know that I'm pissed off that they schedule it on that Saturday or Sunday. Like the fall season, weddings and stuff like that, events, don't make it on a Sunday or a Saturday when football's on. Or do it and schedule it around my team for me. I'm just kidding. I'm being inconsiderate. I'm just messing. No, but it's it's just getting to that time, man. Anyone know free streaming sites? Dude, I have no idea, honestly. Apparently, if you can jailbreak your there's this thing on with your Fire Stick, if you can jailbreak it, there is like a way you can get like you can get like all football games. Now, I don't know how good it is. I know a buddy of mine who did it once, and you could get all the football games. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. Appreciate everyone that's joining, that's been in here. Appreciate everyone. Appreciate it. I'm about to grab. If you're just joining, again, we've already gone through the Carolina Panthers news and updates. That's already happened right now. The Panthers full training camp recap. I went through position group by position group, broke each one of those down. And then I went ahead and already did the Panthers and Jets preseason preview, which y'all missed out on if you're just joining. But this is a replay. Or not a replay. This is going to be replayed. You're going to be able to rewatch it. Okay. This is recorded. It is a live stream, but it is going to be recorded and you're going to be able to rewatch it if you want to. All right. So if you missed the beginning of the show, you'll be able to rewatch it. And you'll be able to rewatch it with the live chat and all that stuff too. So I try to keep these recorded and post them for you guys. So like if people haven't, people work, I get it. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, Marcos Cash, it just, at that point, it's just like, because the frustration just builds up to the point where you're like already in mid-season and you're just like, well, fuck it. I'm going to buy it. And then it's like, well, then why'd you should have just bought it at the beginning of the season. I almost did it last year, but my buddy talked me out of it. He's like, you're already in mid-season. There's no point of you buying it now. Just wait till next year. So don't do what I did. All right. So I've already bought it. I'm going to be able to do live streams, give you my live reactions, live play-by-play. I got a giveaway. I'm going to do an NFL shop, $150 giveaway coming up. So if you want to know more about the giveaway, you have to join the Discord. It's free, guys. The Discord's free. It's not something you got to pay for, okay? If you want a jersey giveaway, this is the Discord. I've already extended the link. It's a good way to connect with me. It's a good way to find out when I'm live. It's good to connect with me when I post up shorts, TikToks, anything NFL, Carolina Panthers content related. It's always posted in the Discord, so you always get notified. Okay? But it's also a good way for me to give you to do giveaways. And I'm going to do a $150 gift card to the NFL shop. That way it gives you the option to either do a jersey for yourself or, which is basically what I'm doing. I'm giving you basically a jersey giveaway. I don't like buying the jersey and then trying to ship it off to you because I don't want to buy the jersey you may not want, right? I could get a JC Horn jersey, but you rather have a Burns because you already have a JC Horn jersey. This way it gives people options to get something that they don't already have. Does that make sense? Carolina Panthers, Black Cat Panthers podcast. Sorry, my bad. Is in here. Go show your support if you don't know who they are. You're going to go find out because you need to go over to their channel. All right. Go check them out. Show your support to those guys. All right. But yes, join the Discord, guys. It's a good way to connect with me. It's a good way to find out about the giveaway that's coming up. $150 gift card to the NFL shop so you can buy yourself whatever Carolina Panthers jersey you want. Okay. I do jersey. I've done a jersey giveaway before, but this year I'm doing it differently because I don't want to buy a jersey that's not your size and it's not the one you want, or it's already one you have. So that's why I do gift cards, because gift cards, you can buy whatever you want. So join the Discord. The Discord is right here. It's in the chat. It's down below. Okay. Discord. Join the Discord. If you join the Discord too, it'll always notify you when I'm live. But post notifications bell, Discord, Twitter, TikTok, those are the best ways to find out when I'm live. Okay. So you got to follow me there. None of this stuff is like, you got to pay like $5 a month or something. It's all free. All right. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off. I'm about to get ready for the gym, and I'm going to grab some lunch. About to get ready for the gym, and then, yeah, get a lift in, and then I'm going to get some shorts out to you guys and some TikToks out. Just going to continue to grind and get y'all some good content. The stream East is one that you can watch games on. East is one. Oh. East is one. It's the stream East is one that you can watch games on. East is one. It's just called East is one. I mean, I've already bought the NFL ticket, so it doesn't really matter, but I kind of want to keep it I'd like to check it out. Just called East is one. The stream East is one. Okay. I'll remember that. Is it all one word? I mean, I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. I appreciate that, though. Yeah, man. Keep pounding, everybody. Appreciate it for all y'all. Make sure you pound the like button on your way out.